second three. I hope you are fine. Today we continue, inshallah, sexual reproduction. We said before that we have sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. About the asexual reproduction, we have five types, which are the first one is binary vision, which is occur through the primitive unicellular organisms such as simple algae, bacteria, and protozoa, such as amoeba, euglena, paramecium. So all of that, or bacteria, all of that is called sexual reproduction by what? By binary vision. Way of occurrence of them, it occurred through the unicellular living organisms under certain condition or different condition. If the suitable condition is the nucleus will divide mitotically and the cell will produce two cells which have the same number of chromosomes. And if an unsuitable condition like amoeba or euglena, what happened to them? They secrete chitinous coat or chest around them to protect their body and divided within that coat for several times for repeated binary vision to produce many young amoeba. So if we have unsuitable conditions, so they try to protect themselves through the chest, through the cyst. After that, this cyst will be act as a layer for protection, and when the condition will become fine, they will improve or release from the cyst here when the condition becomes fine. The second one is budding. It's the second way of asexual reproduction that occurs through the yeast or the considered as unicellular living organisms, or spongy and hydra, which are considered as multicellular living organisms. Here is a picture that indicates the asexual reproduction through the yeast that start as a bud or begin at the bud to form the parent cell, and the nucleus divides mitotically. Then the nucleus migrates to the bud, then may be separated or may be produce chains or colonies on the cell. Also, here is the other example for the hydra, which here the hydra also it form a new organelle that forming a bud, and this bud will divide the nucleus mitotically, and the organisms that produce laterally. And then, I'm sorry guys here, and then we can see them and may be separated after that the individual. Here, ways of its occurrence, it occur how? So it occur by budding through certain conditions, as if the condition is very fine for them, they can divide it mitotically into another cells. In multicellular living organisms, the bud grow as a small cellular protrusion for one side to the body. It's laterally one, and the bud grow gradually to the sample of the mother. It may be separated or to make a new individual that independent and dependent on itself in their life, like hydra and sponge. From the previous, we can compare between the budding in unicellular organisms and the budding in multicellular living organisms. As a budding in unicellular living organisms, the bud arises as a lateral projection on the mother cell, but the budding in multicellular living organisms, the bud grows as a small protrusion from one side of the body. Also, the other difference here is the nucleus. The nucleus here divided mitotically into two cells, where one of them remains in the mother cell and the other go to the word or migrate to the bud. But here the interstitial cells divide mitotically in the living cells and differentiate into buds. Okay. Budding in unicellular living organisms, the bud grows gradually till its full growth, and then it may separate it from the mother cell or continue its connection with the mother cell, forming the cellular colonies. Or in the multicellular living organisms, on the other hand, the bud grows gradually to resemble the parent entirely. Then it usually separates from the parent to start life independently. Examples for them: budding unicellular like the hyacinth fungus, and budding in multicellular like hydra and sponge. Binary vision, we can compare between them and budding. Yes, binary vision, it occurs in unicellular living organisms only, but the budding, it occurs in unicellular living organisms and multicellular living organisms. Also, on the other hand, binary vision, it's the size of resulting individual is equal to the the division that produce, or the individuals that produce from division. Budding, the size of the resulting individual from the division is not equal, as one big and the other small. Binary vision, also, the parent individual disappear by the vision. It's a very important point here, but the budding is remain after the occurrence of the budding. Here, the third type, which is called regeneration. Yes, this is the third method here, which is it's common in many plants, some worms, and some planaria. And planaria here is divided by regeneration as a sea star and starfish or starfish. It's a limited compensated the lost part of the body when it's composed to an accident or rupture. It compensated the lost part by regeneration. The higher vertebrates only can exceed the ones and can be do the regeneration. Also, the crustaceans and amphibians can be do regeneration to compensate the lost part. And the reproduction in some animals, when the body is cut to several parts, they can grow into new individuals. Finally, the examples of the regeneration, like Hydra, which can be regenerated if cut. It produces a new individual, and this cut produces another individual. Also, like planaria, which is a fresh worms, fresh flat worms that regenerate also by if it cut. Each part of it can be regenerated by regeneration. Also, sea star or starfish, also by regeneration. We'll stop here at the third type, which is regeneration, and we'll continue inshallah the next video. Thank you guys. I hope you are fine and study hard. Good luck. Bye bye.